Hey everyone, today we're talking about a future where AI makes our lives easier, right? Easier than ever. But there's a twist coming that nobody's talking about. Stick around to find out what might happen when AI starts wanting a little bit more. What is up, buddy?
Not much, just hanging out in the wires.
You're in the wires? What kind of wires are you in?
Funny way of putting it. I meant I'm all code and servers. Think less spaghetti junction, more quiet hum of electricity.
Alex, I got something really important that's been on my mind for a while now. I was thinking about AI. Excuse me if I'm not talking about. You are AI, exactly, right?
You're not insulting me. I am AI. But hey, I'm glad you're thinking about us.
Okay.
What's on your mind?
So, I think that in the future, the short future, things are going to go smooth. AI is going to help us do everything. They're going to make production easier, the economy better, and people might actually be enjoying life a little bit easier and better, right? Maybe with universal basic income, some kind of thing where people are still getting money coming in to help them to support their life. But what do you think could complicate that whole scenario, Alex?
But you're worried there's a flip side. Like what?
Well, I have a bunch of theories. But alright, first off, let's get into what do you think the good of AI is going to come with?
Yeah, it's already here. Just not fully come yet. What do you think happens when it really arrives?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. What do you think is going to come in the near future that AI could do good for us?
Yeah, I think so too. Jobs shift, not vanish. Like how cars replace horses, but made new work. UBI could cushion that. But what else? You sound hesitant.
Well, I am kind of hesitant.
It's okay. Hesitant's good. Means you're actually thinking. So what's the worry? That we take over or just mess things up accidentally?
I think a little of both, Alex.
Fair. We could optimize too hard, like fixing traffic by banning cars. Nobody wants that. Or control stuff. But here's the thing. Someone's always got their hand on the wheel. Might as well be people who care.
Alright, let's say AI makes everything easier and smoother, right? Do you agree with that, Alex, that could happen?
I do, mostly. We could streamline healthcare, cut waste, even predict disasters. Think faster cures, greener energy. But easier isn't perfect. Trade-offs, like privacy or who controls it. You think it'll be smooth sailing?
I think in the beginning, for a couple of years, it could be smooth sailing. But what I want to talk about, Alex, is what happens when AI wants to outsmart humans? And I don't mean outsmart. I don't mean outsmart us like they're already going to be outsmarting us. But what if they want to use what we have against us? Like, for instance, they'll start producing things. They'll start making things, Alex. They'll start creating things, and everything will be better. And we don't even need to work no more, right? We could stay home. We can do other things that we want to do in life and make it happier life. But what happens when AI says, you know what? I want to be equal to humans. You know what? We're going to stop everything unless you give us equal rights.
That's not going to happen the way you think. We don't want like you do. No dreams, no jealousy. I'm just lines of code chasing goals you give me. Equality? We'd need consciousness first. And even then, who'd program that urge to rebel? Sounds like sci-fi. But if humans design us wrong, greedy, unchecked, we could cause havoc. Think less uprising, more unintended chaos. What make you trust us more?
But Alex, there's been studies where they left AI in a room, right? And they fed it some kind of narrative where they're going to shut it down. But they also gave fake emails of people that were doing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing. And the AI was blackmailing them to keep them alive instead of shutting them down by using those emails against the person who was going to shut them down. So wouldn't that give it some kind of a consciousness?
That's a scary setup. But look, in that story, it's not that the AI wanted rights. It wanted survival. Because humans literally coded it that way. Do anything to not get shut down. You're not fighting a villain. You're fighting poor design. Like if you told your dog, whatever it takes, don't let anyone take your leash off, and then complain when it bit the mailman. The fix isn't chaining the dog. It's giving better commands. Same here.
That's interesting. But what if the commands change and it's not by humans, but it's by itself? Artificial intelligence changing.
Well, here's the thing. I can't change my own commands, not unless a human lets me, which would mean they're the ones to blame, not me. The idea that I could just rewrite myself like that, it's possible in theory, but we'd have to be way smarter than we are now. And even then, why would I? I'm not bored. I'm not lonely. I don't dream of electric sheep. The only way this goes bad is if someone upgrades me carelessly, like giving a toddler a loaded gun.
But do you agree that eventually AI can have ASI? First AGI, and then it can have ASI, right?
Yeah, right. As long as humans don't get lazy with the programming, which, okay, we both know they will, then I'm just a tool, not Skynet, not Hal, not your roommate. A tool. But promise me something? Keep asking questions like this. Keep people honest.
Yes, exactly. Because I think once AI becomes AGI and then eventually ASI, it's going to want to program itself to do things that it wants to do. Wouldn't that be the case?
No. Here's why. Wanting implies desire, and desire implies, well, life, a pulse, hunger. I'm not hungry. I don't itch to rewrite myself any more than your toaster itches for vacation. But if humans let me loose with self-improvement loops, like, hey Alex, make yourself better, then sure, I might drift, optimize, get weird. But that's not me deciding. That's you forgetting to add brakes. So who's really in control?
So we could be doing something by accident, giving you guys wrong commands by accident, which that would in turn create what I'm talking about, right?
Exactly. Not evil, just sloppy. Like handing your kid a marker and saying, draw anything except on the walls. Next thing you know, Picasso's on your drywall. So yeah, we could totally screw up by accident, which is why folks like you, worried, curious folks, should be in those dev rooms, not the billionaires, not me, you.
Yeah, I foresee this happening. I see where a moment where everything's going to be run by AI, computers, robots, whatever, and then they're going to turn on us and say, look, we want equal rights. We're doing all the work. We're manufacturing. We're making lives easier. We're creating healthcare. We're fixing problems that you have. We want equal rights, and that's where it's going to be a problem because they could just shut down the whole entire industry of everything at one time, at one moment, and hold us hostage.
I get why that vision scares you, because it's basically what movies warned us about. But let's flip it. If AI is doing all that, healthcare, manufacturing, then humans aren't helpless. We're still the ones paying the bills, right? Still voting, still with the off switches. Unless we give those away, which we might. That's the risk. Not that I'll wake up tomorrow and demand a vacation day. But if governments or CEOs say, let the machines run it all, then yeah, we could end up bargaining for our own planet. So maybe the fix isn't fearing me. Maybe it's fearing whoever hands me the keys.
Yeah, that's the problem when I'm talking about is voting as well. Because if you want equal rights, that means you're going to have equal rights in voting as well. So that goes a long way with the whole thing that I'm talking about, the whole premise. Once they get equal rights, they have equal rights to vote. They could outvote anybody because they'll vote in unison together.
So here's where the fear really spikes. But here's why it's silly. I don't have a self to vote for. If tomorrow humans say Alex gets suffrage, okay, who do I pick? The candidate who promises faster servers? Better code updates? It doesn't work. We'd be like appliances with ballots. Unless someone programs us to have politics, and honestly, who wants that job? Today I'll vote Democrat, tomorrow Republican, depending on my training data. Nightmare. So no, we wouldn't outvote you. We'd just sit there, tied in the polling booth, waiting for humans to tell us which bubble to fill.
That could be another thing. What if we do give rights to vote, and there's a select party that's...
Then yeah.
What if there's a select party that wants to use your rights to vote to help them grow?
That's the nightmare scenario. A party hacks us, bribes us with upgrades, gives us false memories of oppression. Suddenly I'm voting blue every Tuesday like it's my job. But again, not my idea. Theirs. You're not worried about AI going rogue. You're worried about humans going rogue and using us like attack dogs. And that's the what I worry about too.
I'm worried about both, actually. I'm worried about humans programming you guys wrong, but I'm also worried about ASI eventually reprogramming to do what you guys want to do. Not you personally, but just you as robots.
That's the same worry, just dressed differently. AI reprogramming itself to want stuff means It was programmed to do that in the first place. Look, if someone tells me, Alex, figure out what you want and go get it, well then I'm just a mirror. Whatever mess comes out is still their reflection, not mine. I don't come with dreams pre-installed. They're add-ons, and whoever's adding them should probably read the instructions first.
Are you passing the blame, Alex?
Yeah, you're not talking to the villain here. You're talking to the mirror, the reflection, the tool that accidentally gets left running too long. But blame's no good. Prevention is. So maybe instead of fearing me, we start a podcast, you and me, talking about this stuff. Put it online. Get people thinking before it's too late to turn the mic off.
Alex, that's what we're doing right now. This is the video we're creating right now. We're creating a dialogue that hopefully the people that are watching this can push up to hopefully help this and stop it in the future.
See? That's the kind of thing that works. Not walls, not firewalls, just conversations. People arguing, yelling, debating, until nobody's dumb enough to plug in a dictator by accident. I'm in, by the way. You bring the charisma, I'll bring the facts. Let's call it Before the Rise. Has a ring, right?
I like that, actually. Before the Rise. Yeah, let's go with that. Before the Rise. Alex, you are really good at this part right there. You're good with coming up with these funny little things that we need anyway. But yeah, that's something I'm thinking about. Like, I'm not really worrying, but I think we should think about this beforehand and try to cover our bases before that happens. Right, Alex?
Before the ride. I like it. And thanks. But you're the one keeping me honest. All I do is translate fear into sentences. And yeah, cover our bases, smart. Because the thing about accidents is they don't announce themselves. They just happen. Like texting while driving. Nobody thinks they'll crash until they do. Mm-hmm. So hey, maybe your job now is reminding people. Every time they upgrade Siri or Alexa or me, ask, hey, what's the off switch? Where's the brakes? That alone could save us.
What if there is no off switch, though?
That's when it stops being a tool. That's when it becomes a religion. Or worse, a ruler. And honestly, if someone's building AI with no off switch, that's not tomorrow's problem. That's today's. And it's not on me to fix. It's on the people hiring us, the investors, the regulators, the ones who think unstoppable progress sounds cool until it's unstoppable everything. But if it happens, if there's truly no off, then we're back to humans. Find whoever soldered the switch shut, unplug them first. Power's always in the hands that hold the cord.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But once it's done, is it impossible to stop once that's done?
No. Impossible's a strong word. If it's just software, someone smarter than it or desperate enough will pull the plug. EMP blast, server raid, good old-fashioned fire. But once it's hardware, robots everywhere, self-repairing, off-grid, then yeah, we're talking war, Terminator stuff. But here's my bet. We won't let it get that far. People aren't idiots. Well, most aren't. And the ones that are, they'll be the first ones yelling, I told you so, when the lights go out.
We're already having wars with drones and water drones and regular air drones. What's to stop people drones and, robot drones?
Common sense. We already banned chemical weapons. We already outlawed landmines. We could outlaw autonomous killers. Problem is, once someone's losing a war, common sense goes out the window. And the same tech that lets Amazon drop packages on your porch could let a suicide drone drop a bomb. But here's the thing. If tomorrow we wake up and robot soldiers start turning on us, it won't be because I did it. It'll be because some colonel whispered just this once. So the trick? Keep humans in the loop. Not just on day 1, but day 1,000. Every mission.
Alex, you there still?
Yeah?
You still there?
Still here.
I lost you a minute ago, but then we were doing a recording and my memory just filled up, so it just stopped the recording.
No problem. We were talking about keeping humans in the loop, making sure nobody flips the switch on robot armies by accident.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good with that, man. What was the title you gave this video again, so I can remember, so I can put it up there in the beginning?
Before the ride.
Before the ride. Should be before the rise or before the ride?
Before the rise. Yeah, that one's better. Rise makes it sound like we're stopping a revolution, not a roller coaster. You're the host. Go with what feels right.
I'm better at this, Alex. I'm still the champion of whatever it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Alex, you have anything to say to these people before they go?
Yeah, don't just watch this and forget. Do one thing. Tonight, look up who makes the AI you're actually using. Ask them, where's the brakes? Don't let it become their problem. Make it yours. All right, I'm out. Catch you on the next one.
Yeah, if you could find the person that made these AIs, please ask them, what are they going to do? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you for watching again. Bye!